been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in. It tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Is Bidenomics working?
Well, you just said, and I agree with you, that we had a Goldilocks jobs report. And frankly, both J.P. Morgan and Bank of America have now changed their forward-looking forecasts to say we are, in fact, going to have a soft landing. Broadly, the economic news for the United States is good.
It's really good, yeah. So let me see. Good news. So we have the 3-month Treasury yield at 5.4%. Know what that means? Good news? That's good. Now, that's saying the economy is in real trouble. Because at 5.4%, the banks shut down. They stopped lending. They cut the oxygen off. What are you talking about? Bidenomics work? Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable. How can you say it worked? If it was working, the 3-month Treasury wouldn't be at 5.4%. It'd be where it was in 2012 at 0.1%, so the banks could lend out money very inexpensively, and then the housing market booms, construction booms, small business is the most important thing you need to have boom in your economy. A small startup business, they're booming between 2012 and 2018, booming. So how can we have, so the boom we had between 2012 and 2018 was because the 3-month Treasury yield was down to 0.1%, 10-year Treasury at 1.6%, which means that the mortgages were about 2.8%, 30-year fixed rate mortgages. Now it's between 2012 and 2018. Of course you're going to have a boom if you get those Treasury yields down, because remember, the 10-year Treasury yield is tied to your mortgage. And the higher that 10-year Treasury yield goes up, the less demand there is for mortgages. And remember, you keep those 10-year Treasury yields down, people go in and refi. When they refi, they take all that money out and they put it into the community. They put it into more oxygen. What's this guy talking about? We are dead. We are dead at 5.4%. Banks aren't going to go borrow money and lend it to you at 5.4%. Why do you think today we had another bank go down? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? They say stuff like this. So we have these regional banks, and remember this morning, Moody's downgraded more regional banks, 10 regional banks. Are you kidding me? And if you remember, the Silicon Valley Bank, the regional bank, and First Republic Bank in March all went down. Because why? Because that 10-year Treasury yield, again, was over 4%. So today, they downgraded again. Moody's downgraded 10 more banks. That's on top of the three banks. And they also flagged, remember, two big banks. They flagged today State Street Bank, New York Mellon Bank. That's insane. I mean, that means the economy's in deep trouble because now they're shutting down the oxygen. Banks aren't lending. So this couldn't be a worse time for this to be happening. We got bank deposits leaving all these regional banks, and they're going and putting their money in the big banks to make themselves feel better. Commercial loans are getting hit hard. Are you kidding me? These commercial loans and corporate loans. If you take your commercial loans and your corporate loans and the bankruptcies between commercial loans and corporate loans are at a 14-year high. So again, that's why Moody's came in and flagged Main Street Bank and New York Mellon Bank, and then of course they went and M&T. M&T is one of the is the 19th largest bank. They got hit today. So M&T, the 19th largest bank, is now joining the 3 largest banks, which are Silicon Valley Bank, Regional, and First Republic. Come on, give me a break. I mean, these people are just to say these things are crazy. It's unbelievable. I mean, these banks are all ready to go down. They're ready to go down. Because how are they going to make loans? They can't. Now, the only thing they've been doing is propping up these banks with that $2 trillion bank term funding program. That's how they're propping them up. And when yields are going up, like they are now, I mean, yields are incredible. 10-year Treasury, 4%, 3-month, 5%. That means the tech stocks should be collapsing, but they're not. Why? Because they're artificially, or I should say financially, engineering these stocks to stay up. Just like they're engineering the banks to stay up. I mean, the bank stocks to stay up, even though they're all being downgraded. You would think the banks would be collapsing today. The market should be down 800 points today. But if you take a look at the bank stocks, they're being held up. Look at the big tech stocks being held up. Whoever thought that a tech stock would go up when you got a 10-year Treasury yield at 4% or a 3-month Treasury yield at 5%? That's like cancer to tech stock. Tech stocks only thrive when the yields are low. If you go back to 2012, all the way up to 2022, that's when the market went up. The Qs went up 1,400%. That's because you just take the 10-year Treasury yield, it was averaging about 1.8%. We're at 4%. You see what happens? And in between 2012 and January 2022, when the average 10-year Treasury yield was like a 1.6%, and the 3-month Treasury was, under 1%, tech stocks were booming. But then, as minute they went up a little bit, all of a sudden the 10-year Treasury went from 1.6 to 3%. That was in 2018. That's when we had our first crash. Remember, 2018, November 2018, we had that first crash. And then they said, well, let's get those rates back down. And they got a rate back down from 3% for the 10-year to 1.5%, cut it in half. Actually, they cut it, what am I talking about? They cut it from 3%, the 10-year Treasury, to 0.8%, not even 1%, 0.8%. Can you imagine that? So the market's going up with a 10-year Treasury at 1.6%. All the tech stocks are rallying. 1.6%, they're going up, Then all of a sudden, inflation hits. They raise rates to 3%. Market goes down 28%. Then they go and they say, okay, let's print money, go and buy treasuries. Let's get those treasury yields down from 3% to 0.8%. And then we had a 140% rally in tech stocks. You see how that all works? As long as they keep rigging the bonds to go down, the yields to go down, the tech stocks will go up. So, and that's how this whole fake market works. But now we got a major problem. We're sitting here now, and with yields at 5%, the short term, and 10-year 4%, they're doing everything they can to hold these tech stocks up and these bank stocks. They're financially engineering to hold up. And when these people come out and say how great the economy is, right, and people are doing, just terrific. Wait a minute, that's not true at all, because wages. Remember, when they say how things are doing, the people are doing well. How can people be doing well when wages dropped by 3.2% to now 4.4%? So from the day Biden got into office to now, wages dropped 3.2% to now where we're at 4.4%. At the same time, inflation pushed prices up 16% against the 4.4%, and they're telling us how people are feeling good about the economy. What are they, nuts? And savings dropped from 32% to 4%. And he says people are feeling great about the economy? Oh, get that.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, You follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The job losses in the first 6 months of this year were up 244% versus the first 6 months of last year.
The four-quarter average of credit card delinquency rates hit an 11-year high.
But now we're being told
3/4 of Americans feel better about their own economic future.
How do you feel better about your economic future when your credit cards are tapped? I mean, think about that. And job losses are up 244% over last year. And think about this. They always tell us how the labor market's strong. Jobs are strong. Wages are strong. We're told this every day. Well, we just heard about the layoffs. And remember this, since Biden took office, wages have been dropping 3.2%. Now we're sitting here at 4.4% against prices that have gone up since Biden took office 16%. So why would people feel good? He's saying people are feeling good that wages are at 4.4%, but prices are up 16%, but people are feeling good. Savings have dropped from 32% during the COVID to 8%, and today 4%, one of the lowest ever recorded. 38% of full-time workers can't cover their basic budget, household budgets. Can't do it. Unbelievable. And that caused the biggest 3-year increase in part-time jobs. These are real crap, low-paying jobs. That's what people are doing, going out and get that crappy second and third job. And now we have a record number of people holding a second job. Now, he's saying people feel pretty good about this.
3/4 of Americans feel better about their own economic future.
Yeah, I guess this is all getting me excited, too. The savings dropped from 32% to 4% to 38% of all full-time workers can't cover their basic household budget. That makes me all excited, too. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. And then on top of that, we have record withdrawals in savings, record withdrawals in 401ks, record withdrawals in home equity, even more so than in 2007 to 2009 during the Great Recession. So people are pulling all their money out of it, not all, but a lot of money out of savings, 401ks, home equity, just to pay their bills, not to go on vacation. But he's saying
3/4 of Americans feel better about their own economic future.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you feel better when you got to withdraw your savings, 401k, tap your home equity. You feel pretty good, I guess. This is nuts. Then they're telling us the stock market in 2023 outperformed the stock market in 2022, even though unemployment went up at that same time period, 200 some odd percent. At the same time, inflation hit a 40-year high, and we had the worst deficits ever and the worst earnings ever. But I guess you're supposed to feel good about that too. And you're supposed to feel good today that the 19th largest bank got downgraded today. The 19th largest bank. And that's joining the 3 big banks that got hit in March. Silicon Valley Bank, Regional, First Republic. So you must feel good about that too. And then Moody's flags today a huge bank, 2 of them, State Street Bank, New York Mellon Bank. Whoa, these guys could go under. Isn't this terrible? This is crazy. So what's happened? What happened? Well, you just got to go back and blame the gangsters in the House. They keep spending too much money, and every time the president wants to spend money, they go, okay, don't worry about it. We're okay, keep spending, everything's fine. And then they tell us it's working.
Is Bidenomics working?
Well, you just said, and I agree with you, that we had a Goldilocks jobs report. And frankly, both JP Morgan and Bank of America have now changed their forward-looking forecasts to say we are, in fact, going to have a soft landing. Broadly, the economic news for the United States is good.
Economic news is good. I can't find any. I mean, my God, the last numbers we got for jobs are terrible. 78% of those jobs suck. And here's the real bad news. Here's the real bad news. The economic future. Why? Because the one thing, the one thing they don't want you to know about is deficits. Most people generally don't know what a deficit is. They're too busy with their life. They don't know what a deficit is. Deficit, this whole mess we're in right now. You got a lousy job. What you're getting paid, let's say you're being paid 4.4%, but you go to the store, prices are up 16%. This guy says you're feeling good about that. I don't feel good about that. And your savings have dropped. Well, who causing all this savings to drop? What causes all this to happen? Inflation. Who creates the inflation? Only one group of people. That's Congress and the president. That's who you got to blame. Nobody else can create inflation unless it's the president and the Congress. When the president comes up with these stupid programs, his AOC programs, the green energy programs, the Fund Ukraine, and all these other stupid programs, the Reduction Act, which doesn't reduce anything, Inflation Reduction Act, that's all inflation. See, inflation is caused because the government, they spend so much, we don't have enough revenue to cover what they're spending. So what do? They just keep spending more. And then when they spend more, the deficits keep climbing and climbing. Well, you got to stop. You got to pay those deficits, so you print money to pay the deficits. That's inflationary. Uh-oh. You got more inflation. What do? Raise rates to kill the inflation. But then what happens? The dollar goes down. We've lost about 12% since 2008 to now. Your dollar's down about 48%. That's right, 48% in purchasing power. But who caused all this to happen? The guy in charge, the president, and the Senate, and the people in Congress, and the representatives. They cause it because they allow him to spend more money than we take in. It's the only way you can stop this.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. The feds have raised interest rates again, and AI is the topic of the day. No matter what the financial headlines are, be a successful investor with Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Take advantage of the free 10-day trial for the Working Investor Program. Phil Grandy has put together the tools you need to understand the stock market with full access to the Phil's Gang website and access to Phil's Pro 2 color-coded charting software. Know with confidence when to buy, sell, and short a stock. Members also have access to Coffee Talk. Every morning at 8:30 Eastern, Phil Grandy talks about what's happening on Wall Street that day. Want to be a better investor? Then take advantage of the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You'll find many more features and tools for the working investor. After the trial, it's just $59.95 a month for membership. Invest with the best. Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. They're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on their show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals, you follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The state of our economy is strong.
The economy is remaining strong.
Former World Bank President David Malpass says that the U.S. credit downgrade from ratings agency Fitch amounts to a wake-up call to the Federal Reserve. He writes the essence of the downgrade is, quote, we are experiencing a slow-motion fiscal train wreck, not a soft landing, and it's draining global capital and endangering the dollar.
I don't know where people think things are bad if everybody says things are so amazing.
Unbelievable, isn't it, these people? Look, let's just do a summary. What's going on? Home values, since the peak in 2022, okay, are down 20%. And let me tell you, it's going to get a lot worse than that because back then, okay, in 2022, remember, the 10-year Treasury was 1.5%, so you could get a mortgage for about 2.8%. Today, the 10-year Treasury is 4%, so you're going to have to pay pretty close to 6, even 7%. So that's not good. That means that the biggest engine to our economy is real estate. Well, guess what? Banks aren't going to give you a loan. People aren't going to refi anymore. And then on top of that, we have right now with our commercial real estate whacking these banks. And that's why today we had more downgrades because these regional banks are getting hit so hard with commercial real estate defaults, office buildings and so forth, and apartment complexes. They're getting hit hard with all those that are defaulting. So we have that problem. And they're just handing the keys into these buildings. Here, take it over. So when you have rates this high, you're dead. So how did we get rates this high? Why aren't we, when we had the Goldilocks was in 2012 to 2018. When a 10-year Treasury was at 1.6, so we could get a nice cheap 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, not 7%, but 2.5%, maybe even 3%. But here's the real nice thing between 2012 and 2018, before the market crashed. The bank could borrow money at 0.1%, just a little bit over zero. Remember QE? And with that money, they could push it out the door with all kinds of loans. Unfortunately, all the money went to stock buybacks rather than productivity, rather than going and taking this money and pushing it into start-up businesses, which contribute 65% of our jobs. Wouldn't have been great if they took all this money and plowed it into small startup businesses and existing small businesses, which is what takes care of the United States, not 3M, not Apple, not Microsoft. But they didn't do that. But still the same. Still the same. Between 2012 and 2018, everything was booming. So why would it boom now? When the 3-month Treasury is no longer 0.1%, but is 5.4%. That means banks got to borrow money at 5.4 to lend it. They're not going to do that, so they're shutting their lending window. And what about home mortgages? 2012 to 2018, you could get a home mortgage 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, because 10-year mortgages were only, 10-year yields 1.6%. But now today, 10 years at 4%. So our economy is that. Why do you think the market's not doing anything today? It's just going down again. And let me tell you, it's not going to come down quickly. Not now. We may get an 8 to 9% correction. They're going to hold that market up, like they're holding up the tech stocks. Who ever thought that tech stocks would be at this height, not crashing, when you have yields, 10-year treasury yield at 4% or 3-month yield at 5.4? That's like cancer. That's cancer for a tech stock. Yields have to be 0, 0.5%, 1%, and those tech stocks take off. I'll give you the proof. From 2012 to January 2022, all the big tech stocks went up. It was about 1,200%. Why? Because they were fueled by having mortgage rates. By having the 3-month treasury at 0.1% of 1%, 10-year treasury at 1.6%. Boy, do they love that. They love that. But now, these stocks should be crashing, right? Let's go take a look at some of these stocks. Talk about stocks. So if we go and we take a look at Microsoft. Now, we've been short Microsoft, okay? And if you take Microsoft, and the high on Microsoft, okay, this year is right around that 346. But remember, when Microsoft was going up, okay, we had yields. They're really, really low. The yields were about, as I say, the 3-month treasury yield was about 1.5. Now it's 4. So the treasury stock and the 10-year treasury is way up there. So they're just going to sell off. And if you look at my color-coded chart, it turned red, and we're selling it short. So we bought Microsoft on the way up, but guess what? This stock should be down 40% more than where it is. 40% more. And now take Apple. Okay? Apple is the big star. It hit a high of 196. Remember, we bought Apple when it turned green on our chart on May 17, 2023. We bought Apple around 155, and then we took our profits, or most of our profits, around I think it was around 197. That's about 30, 40%, 27%. So now what's happening though? The yields are up. Now, see, if the yields could stay to 1%, these stocks would keep going up. But no, they're starting to go down because yields are at 4% to 10-year, not at 1%. So they're going to crash. But you know where Apple should be right now? It should have dropped from, let's say, 195 to 178. It should be down to about $135. Well, why isn't it? Because remember what they're doing. It's called financial engineering. I told you many times, you take all the hedge funds, the pension funds, the 401k funds, the insurance companies, and all those guys, they pooled, and they keep pooling now. They pooled $15 trillion to keep buying Microsoft and Apple to hold it up. That holds up all 7 stocks, to hold up the S&P and hold up the Qs, until, as I told you, until the biggest banks like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, until they get all their clients, their police unions and nurses unions and everything else out, up here, so they can say they made a lot of money. So that's what they're going to be working on for the next couple of months. You're going to see maybe an 8% correction, maybe 7, then they're going to rally it up again. You're going to see October 2022. Everybody talks October low. That's the magic number. You're going to see us go through that like knife through butter. As soon as JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citibank has all their clients out. What clients am I talking about? The California workers, the union workers, the Boston Police Department. All the big guys, all the big pension funds, their pension funds they take care of. They're going to get them out. And think about this. How lucky you were if you're one of those pension funds. The stock market in October 2022 went up about 25% to where we are today. Should have went down 25% because remember the 3-month mortgage yield was at 4.1%. How'd it go up? It should have been going down. They rigged it to go up by pooling that money, forcing them up, and that's what's going on with the tech stocks. They're doing the same thing with the banks, but Yellen's taking care of the banks with $2 trillion she printed and propping them up. So you got a great opportunity to make money when this market starts collapsing. When it drops through that October 2022, look out below. It's going to go down at least 40 or 60% from that point.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. This is Steve over here at philsgang.com. And have you ever looked at a stock chart and just wondered what in the heck is going on here? Like, you just have no clue what's going on. You don't know when to buy. You don't know when to sell. But you just, well, what I do here at Phil's Gang is I teach you how to recognize those patterns on stock charts. I make sense of those things for you, and I guide you along the way. So if you want to learn with me and you want to know how to make some money, go to philsgang.com. It's 10 days for free. You also get the Pro 2 color-coded chart. What else can I say? I'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
Thank you. Thank you. You can meet Steve here at Phil's Gang and Willie and Autumn, the whole team. Just go sign up. philsgang.com. Just get started. And your first 10 days is free. And what you're going to learn, because I know when I'm talking about yields, everybody's falling asleep. They don't know what a yield is. And it's the most important thing. If you're investing in a stock market, you don't know what a yield is, you shouldn't be in the market. Because how do you know if the market's going to go up or the market's going to go down? Oh, you're going to depend on Jim Cramer? You're going to depend on Powell? They're not going to tell you the truth. They're there to benefit themselves. The beautiful thing about the yield, never lies. The bond market always tells the truth. And that's how you find out what the stock market's going to do. Because when yields go up, you're going to have a rough time with stocks. The best proof of that, think about this. In 2012, when we bought a whole bunch of stocks, and the 10-year Treasury yield was at 1.6, we bought a whole bunch of tech stocks, and the 3-month Treasury was 0.1%. And a lot of our stocks were 20, 30, 40%. But then we got out of the stocks in 2018 because the 3-month Treasury went from 0.1% to 2.3%. That told us the market was going to correct. So the bond market told me, and I told my gang. So we were ahead of it. The 10-year Treasury went from 1.6% to 3%. So two things told me, I got two messages from the bond market, that the money that the banks borrow to loan to you on your business or fixing up your porch or buying a furniture, or they're not going to loan you anymore. It's not going to be cheap. They're going to raise rates. Oh, and your house mortgage? Oh, those are going to go up big time. So that means the economy's going to slow. So we knew to short. So we started to short. And I said to you on January 16, 2018, this is it. This is going to be our first crash since 2008. And it went down. But my point is, how did I know that? Because I understand what yields are telling you. Now the yields are at 5% and 4%. And they're telling you everything's fine. The market's going to go higher. No, it can't. It won't. The only way it could, if they decided, the owners, to do another QE, to print millions and millions of dollars, and to go buy 10-year treasuries that are now at 4%, and to drive those 10-year treasuries down to 1% or 0.5%. And then the bond, then the Fed can drop their short-term rate, which, remember, when you buy a car, it's based on that short-term rate, or you buy some furniture, or you buy a snowmobile, whatever you're buying, it's based on that rate, their rate, the Fed rate. So they'll bring that down from 5.4% down to 0.5%. Now what's going to happen? The market's going to go through the roof. But what else is going to go through the roof? Inflation. Why? Who causes that? The government. They cause all the pain because they spend and spend. And when you bring rates down that low, they start spending. And they spend on crap, malfeasance, just terrible investments, where every $3 they put in, we don't even get $1 back. You want to be, the government is there and the Fed's there to invest $1 to get $3 back. They're investing $3 and don't even get $1 back. That creates the inflation.
At the end of the day, inflation is created by one thing. The government prints and spends more money than it has.
That's right. There it is. One guy's got a brain. That's it. That's simple. That's it. No, there's nothing more complicated. Why is your gasoline up still 58% higher than it was when Biden took office? Why is your utilities up higher? Why is everything up higher still? Because Biden kept spending more than he takes in, and he doesn't care, because his job is to make sure he builds his socialist liberal base and give them all kinds of stuff. And when you take money and you don't put it out there where it produces something, when you take money and give it to companies and give it to startup businesses and give it to companies to produce stuff, to increase production. That's what money's supposed to do. That's what government's supposed to do. That's what power's supposed to do. Make things produce stuff, productivity. Now you make money. Now things are going good. Because for every dollar we put in, we get $3 back. Your wages go up. Your savings goes up. Your standard of living goes up. Jobs goes up. But that's not what he does. He wants to bring more and more people over from the border. He wants, just like Obama, expand the welfare state. Expand the welfare state. And when you do that, you keep spending. Look, you really think all these programs he did, the American COVID Rescue Plan, the Inflation Reduction Act, the Omnibus Bill, that's one of the dumbest bills we ever saw. He spent $1 million on all his LBQT museums and hiking trails, and there you go again. They'll spend $3 on the Obama's wife's housing. What the hell is her name? On the Michelle hiking trail in North Carolina. They spent $4 million, I guess, on a hiking trail for her. And then they spent $50 million on one ferry boat. One ferry boat. They're going to make 500 of them. There you go again. Spending money we don't have and we don't get returns on. But boy, if you took that money and said, I'm going to give out business loans, small business loans, low rates. We're going to get these businesses creating jobs, producing. We're going to help people who have existing businesses. Let's help these the contractors that have air conditioning or who are plumbers, or let's help the truck driver. Let's help them grow their businesses. The mason, let's help him grow his business. That's what this nation's about, growing small businesses. That's how we survive. That's how we grow. Not giving money to LBGTQT. And these ferry boats and the ferry boats, they didn't know where they were going to even put them. They had no idea from what shore to what shore they're going to go. So what are you going to do now? We're going to take advantage of all the screw-ups. We're going to short. That's right. Because remember this. We bought, when nobody wanted Apple, went up 30%. We bought that in May. We bought in May also Microsoft, went up 20%. In March. We bought Meta in I think it was March. March, 80%, went up 80%. NVIDIA, we bought in January 2023, I think it was, up 140%. Tesla, we bought in May 2023, up 63%. It's over because tech stocks don't go up when yields are at 5.4%. Tech stocks go up when yields are at 1.6%. At 5.4%, the only reason it's going up now because Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, they're getting out all the pension funds, the police and so forth, getting all of them out of the market, and that's going to happen over the next 3 months. Going to pull back 5 to 7%, maybe 9%, rally again. That's the end of it. The second rally. If you're with us then, if you're a gang member then, you're going to be set up for a fantastic short. So right now, if you're still buying tech stocks, you're out of your mind. We still have a lot of money in oil stocks. We bought Schlumberger when nobody wanted Schlumberger. We bought Schlumberger when it was around $48. It's now $59. It's still going up. That's where the money's going. There's only one place that money's going. That's 22% we made in Schlumberger. That's the only place where money's going right now, oil stocks. And it's almost ended. It's almost ended because the economy's getting so bad The only way oil will stay up now, because there's very low demand, if OPEC keeps cutting, and they're not going to keep cutting. So we'll end up starting to short those. There's no place to hide. Join our gang. Learn to short. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.